When they urge you to be realistic, tell them to shut up. Hey y'all, it's Imani. Welcome back to the channel. The worst advice I've ever heard is somebody telling me to be realistic. Why? Tell me, when has being realistic ever led to something else other than mediocrity? I'll wait. Okay. Did you find one? Because I didn't. And it doesn't exist. Being realistic is what people tell you when they do not want you to exceed in whatever lofty goal that you got cooking up in your mind, because it's going to expose themselves. When you lock in and actually accomplish some big lofty goal, it forces the people around you to check themselves and to check themselves quickly. You'll get a couple of responses from people like this. One, you accomplish your goal, you said exactly what you do exactly what you said you were going to do, and you get a response that goes as follows. Ooh, you know what? She did it. Bro, let me get into my bag too, because I really need to get it. Let me get myself in order. She's inspiring me right now. Let me actually also get into my bag and do what I'm supposed to do too. And let me also escape the matrix too. That is a good person to have around you. Another type of person you'll get when you accomplish big goals, especially the goals that you said that you was gonna do and they told you is unrealistic, is this. Actually, I ain't even gonna spell it out for you. It's some haters. They are some haters. They're gonna talk trash about you or what you got going on. They're gonna talk about you to their friends and family, and to the people that you used to know. They'll constantly stalk your page. They'll constantly try to figure out what you got going on and try to like, I don't know, poke holes in what you got going on. They will pocket watch you. Silent supporters. And then guess what? When you cut them out of your life for being haters, they're gonna tell everybody that they know you. Yo. So this is what if I'm looking down, I got some notes. Do not ever listen to the person that says to be realistic. Or you know what a cousin to this statement is, be realistic, is what's your backup plan? Baby, if you got a plan B, your why for plan A isn't strong enough. You should know, hey, I want to design clothes and that's it. You should not have a plan B of, oh, you know what? If this doesn't work out, then I'm gonna be a manager at some retail location. Girl, what? Your why isn't strong enough. Or either your why isn't strong enough or you don't believe in yourself enough. Plan B is like you banking or you subconsciously giving you a way out. And I'm sorry to tell you, but whenever you got a goal and a big goal and a clear direction, especially if you ask God for what the heck you need to do in this life, and he clearly tells you, and you got a plan B after that, baby, I already know what that is. That's fear. You're scared. You're probably scared of a couple things. You're scared of failure. You have a fear of success. Or you have a fear of what people might say. And all them three fears, baby, don't come from God. They don't even come from you. They don't originate from you, boo. Let's talk about it. Fear does not come from God. It don't even originate from you. You need to, hold on, girl. When I tell you, you need to keep your eyes locked and loaded on God. I'm not joking, because Because once you take your eyes off what makes you safe and secure from all alarms, it's easy to look at waves of the storms of life and fall into them. And then once you look at them, you're going to fall. AKA Peter. He's walking out the boat, walking on water to Jesus. He takes his eyes off Jesus. He looks around at the wind and the waves. And it's when he looks at the wind and the waves, and when I say that, this is what I'm saying. Oh, you worrying about what Max is gonna say. You worried about what Jesse's saying. You worry about that girl. I almost said some people that I know in real life. I almost said some people in real life, girl. That would have been something else. But you worried about what Eloise is saying. You worried about what Olivia is saying. You worried about Justine and how she's talking about in your back, and then how they pocket watching you and how they're watching your stories, but they don't talk to you. Okay. You worried about that instead of worrying about you. Girl, at the end of the day, this is what I want you to, this is what I need you to realize. Okay? What I need you to realize is that being realistic opens the door for you to become just like the rest of these people. And you and I both know you don't want to be like none of these people. You and I both know that. You got a dream that God put on you that you can't shake. That's bigger than what anybody in your family ever even thought about. Was grander than what they even dreamed about. You know? So you taking advice from them or from people that's living a life that you don't want to live is nonsense. Why would a dermatologist take medical advice from a baker or from a cook, from a chef? It don't matter how top of the line Michelin chef, Michelin baker they are. What the heck do they know about skin? What medical advice do they know about skin? Tell me. Sometimes call a spade and get some advice or learn and get your intel and information or your direction, of course, from God, and also from people that's been there before. And also not from people to tell you to be realistic. Realistic. Girl, that's the worst advice I've ever heard. Don't ever listen to nobody that tells you to be realistic. Girl, what is that? What is realistic? Was it realistic when the Wright brothers said that they want to fly? And now we walk on a plane like it's nothing. It was unrealistic to a whole bunch of people except for them. But guess what? Now it's commonplace. There's an airport in every major city in the United States, in the world. There is an airport in every. Are you listening to what I'm saying to you? In every major city in the world, because some people said, these two brothers said, you know what, I want to learn how to fly. And now there are thousands of tons of metal flying through the air, carrying hundreds of passengers on one single flight every day. Buki, yeah, like, get it together. It's unrealistic to people that don't got vision. It's unrealistic to people that only see 2 feet in front of them. It's unrealistic to people that have never even been out the country. It's unrealistic to people that live in mediocrity. It's unrealistic to them. And guess what? It might be unrealistic to the rest of the world too, but guess what? It's only unrealistic until it's realistic. It's only crazy until it happens. You are only, quote unquote, crazy. You're only insane, quote unquote. You're only delusional until it works. Be as delusional as possible and forget the realism. I was looking on Instagram, not Instagram. Was it Instagram? No, I think it was TikTok. I was looking on TikTok the other day, and I came across this post, and he was basically, he was like this guy in New York, and they were asking, hey, what do you need to, like, give some advice for the youngsters or people that are listening to this that want to change their lives, something like that. And he basically said, think about what you want. Don't think about what you don't want. And he was like, I think he also said, like, don't look out the mirror. Don't look out the window. Look in the mirror. Meaning, do not look at the current circumstances, what you got going on, to define, to predict or define what you want to become or to do. Don't look at the current situation, at the outside, out the window, what the 3D world is telling you to determine what you are going to do or what you ain't going to do. Look in the mirror, because what's in here, what you think, that's what he was also saying. He was talking about this, but that's another video for another day. But he was saying what you think becomes what we see. So guard your mind. Guard what you think. Guard what you think. Guard what you think. And you do that by not listening to people that says to be realistic. Look, today we don't got no points. I had to ramble in. I had to go off today on that because you hear that a lot, you know, when you are trying to go down a different path, a path that nobody ever in your family went down or even think about going down, or they say, oh, those people they're just lucky. Man, all of them are in for a rude awakening. All of them. And that better be the case for you too. All right, guys. Like I said, I didn't have no points today, but you better pick up what I was dropping today. Anyways, I love you lots. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah. Bye.